Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinkoi, Sylvia's Route. We're back in the door. Thanks to how quickly Sylvie rushed home yesterday.
今日は朝から一緒できるわね。
Yay!
Yeah.
This was a happy side effect.
むすー。
Well,
For most people.
I
2
was
out of
about to
3.
say. We did have a rather scary looking escort though.
どうだエルチン。さっきから怖い顔して。
Us.
いいえ。なるべく応援すると決めた矢先ですが、私には難しそうなことを再確認しました。
I mean, in fairness, you've been working with Sylvie for a long time. Also, sister, so, you know.
Yeah.
Sylvie blatantly preferred me over work at this point. Ooh, that would be an issue from Ella-san's point of view. On the flip side, it would kind of suck if she gave work preference over me, so... I hoped we could find some sort of middle ground in time, though.
もうエルったらいいじゃないの。やるべきことは済ませたはずよ。
それは、はい。
Sylvie's assertiveness was understandable, as it would be an entirely different story if she skipped out on work, and she left little room for Ella-san to complain.
ほら、むすっとしてないで。美味しいものでも食べに行きましょ
Ah, the Sylvie solution for everything.
Mm-hmm.
はあ。
う。レーナも行くわよね。みんな、どこか行きたいところあるかしら。おっしゃー、うまいもん食べたい。いくつか興味を惹かれたお店がございますわ。よーし、全部行きましょ
Tonight? Probably.
う。全部は無理です。
Well.
それじゃあみんな、あら。
A certain pair of students just so happened to pass us by.
ちょうどいいわ。ね、二人もどう
Ria,
how
sure, but
about one of them?
I was, yeah. Sylvie invited them like it was only natural.
と。
Ria looked at Jogasaki a bit apologetically. They looked like they had a prior engagement.
Well, we don't want to keep you.
It is kind of hard to
あやかちんがついてくるとは思わなかった。
deny an invitation from a princess, though.
That's true. That's true.
いいじゃない別に。
Hi.
あれ
だいぶ大所帯になってしまいましたね。
Yes, it has. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time.
Well, we probably could. It would just be a weird
True.
picture.
It would have to be tiered. Myself, Sylvie, Ella-san, Reina, Mina-chan, and now Ria and Jogasaki.
And last and also least.
An outing with 7 people really might be a bit much.
選ぶお店が限られますわ。個室のある部屋。ごめんねみんな。でもご飯はみんなで食べた方がきっと美味しいと思うな。分かっております。
The conversation led to Mina-chan picking out the restaurant. Although she looked a little put out, she looked like she was having fun. Everyone else had equally cheerful expressions. This was shaping up to be one entertaining outing.
で、こっちはこっちでいいんだけど。オーロは良かった？
To be determined.
シルビー、休みは貴重なんだろ？
So that was the one thing that bugged me? Suffer like G did? Okay. This was the first day off we shared since we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Alone time had an appealing ring to it.
It's fine. I wanted Sylvie to enjoy herself today.
ねえねえ、そういえば彩香と何かを食べに行くのは初めてよね。彩香ってどんなものが好きなの？
The blood of my enemies.
特に好みは。あ、でも美味しいところなら天ぷらが好みね。まずいところのは許せないけれど、それなりのお店なら。
Define unappealing food.
天ぷらいいわね。
日本の揚げ物料理ですね。懐石の一環で食べたことは何度かありますが、
専門店のものは全然違うのよ。具の種類によって使う油から変えるの。懐石の一環じゃ出せないわ。食べたい。みんな今日のお昼天ぷらでいいかしら？
Absolutely.
なーし。調べてみますわ。私のこの日本に来ての目標の一つが、日本の美味しいと言われてる料理を制覇するなの。
And she's 92% of the way there.
She's gonna 100% this pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
寿司、天ぷら、藤山、芸者。ついに二つ目に手を出せたわ。
Wait, what now?
What?
そう。あと二つは食べるのは難しいから、ここでコンプリートとするといいわ。
I was about to say, what, is she the king of all cosmos?
ジャパニーズ揚げ物、楽しみね。エルって実は揚げ物好きよね。フライドチキンとか。
そうですね。
Alright, you've increased in my book.
そうなの？カバレロさんにフライドチキン、イメージがないわ。
Well, we already know she loves chopping off arms, so of course she'd love wings.
Alright, that's fair.
フライドチキン限定ではないですが、行軍時には油を大量に使う料理は作りにくいので、憧れのような気持ちがあるやもしれません。揚げ物を食べられる環境はそれだけで平和で幸せです。
Alright.
そう。理由がいちいち日本人には理解しにくいわね。外では食べにくいし、と言って家にいるときは手づかみが推奨されるような料理は出されにくい。ちょうど私たちのライフスタイルから縁が遠いのがフライドチキンといったところですわ。なるほど。ふむふむ。エルチンはフライドチキン、あやかっちは天ぷら、どっちも揚げ物好き。エルチンとあやかっちに意外な共通点発覚だね。
Well, I can think of a couple of other things, but you know.
Yeah, yeah.
確かにこれまで考えたこともありませんでした。
なんだか不思議な気持ちですね。いいじゃんいいじゃん、仲良さそう。カバレロさんなら悪い気はしないわ。
恐縮です。
ユリリの波動を感じる。
Maybe.
Fucking Reina.
Love it.
は
にしても揚げ物好き。やっぱカロリーを求めるのかね、そのナイスバディが。
Alright, there's our title card.
Well,
はい。
キサキさん、それどういう意味かしら？
Huge tracts of land.
tracts of land.
私たちの体のどこを見てカロリーを連想しました？
There are no right answers here. Say nothing.
おっと、出現出現。待ちなさい。
Yeah, she made a break for it.
Yeah, you can see why people
さっきから静かだ
really
な。
like Reina.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Oh, yeah. What? Just worried since it feels like I shouldn't be involved in your ladies' night.
卑屈か。
I'm just out of my element is all.
I've never been used to being surrounded by women. Except for the entire common route. And living in a quote-unquote co-ed dorm.
Yeah, all-female dorm, basically.
Everyone was getting along, Jogasaki included, with Sylvia at the center.
Back when we were little, I thought we were the ones who invited Sylvie to hang out with us. But maybe she was actually the one who invited us.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
そんな部分もあるかもな。でも安心しろよ。
I really love how Ria just kind of takes everything in stride.
Yeah, I do too.
あいつは間違いなく、お前に惹かれて俺たちと仲良くなったんだから。ごちそうさま。エンプーラ、なかなかのお味でしたわ。
It's amazing how every single restaurant in this town is in this one street.
What I'm more sad about is we didn't get a tempura CG.
Ah, that would have been good.
確かに専門店の天ぷらというのは解析の途中で出るものとは全く違いましたね。
You know, I've actually never eaten tempura from a specialty restaurant.
I don't know that I have either. I think it's always been kind of an appetizer or a side dish.
Yeah, exactly.
Clangfish. Is that one of those new Pokemon? The spirited restaurant owner saw us off.
美味しかったわね、ほら。
Yeah, totally. It was good, but...
脂っこすぎて胃もたれが。エルチン、あのお店いくらだった？
7人で7000円です。
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
一人1000円だろうね。専門店は専門店でも、そういう系の専門店だったな。
Did we get to use the black card? I bet Jogasaki had been describing the sort of restaurant that had an indoor garden with white stones sprawled all along the ground, and they served you with gigantic bamboo leaves on their plate. Plates. Multiple. The restaurant we'd taken her to was a pretty cheap place, all things considered. For lunch, we had fried veggie and seafood bowls. The shrimp was so tiny. It was thickly coated in oil and totally immersed in a salty sweet sauce. Didn't seem like it suited Jogasaki's refined tastes.
It was delicious for our commoner palates, though.
食べ慣れた味だよね。
Tempura really does taste better when it's soaked in this unidentifiable sort of eel sauce. Eels.
Escalators, escalators, escalators!
Eels.
それじゃ天ぷらの味が死ぬじゃない。
Oh, you misunderstand. This tempura has no flavor. It's all in that unidentifiable eel
Yes.
sauce.
Like a lot of commoner food. It does, but it's delicious.
これだから庶民は。
Ah, so now we're getting somewhere. We offend her palate.
Alright, we'll see you on your route in the next game.
庶民ってのも良し悪しだよね。
People may say we've got idiotic taste buds since everything tastes delicious, but that means we'll enjoy more enjoyable culinary experiences overall.
Hard to argue with that logic. Well, unless you're her.
まあまあ、喧嘩しないの。
It was a fun lunch. Given the size of our group and how both Sylvia and Mina-chan stood out like sore thumbs, we avoided walking around too much and quickly headed back to the academy. It was a little disappointing to head home so soon, though. The mood ended up naturally carrying us toward the academy. Upon our return, we noticed several Several cubs? Are they playing baseball? Why are they in Japan? I don't know.
All right, I thought, my first thought was, Mom, you're messing up my mane.
Oh, you know, that probably would have been a better joke. Well, that ship sailed. Upon our return, we noticed several club activities were still in session.
グラウンドは使えそうにないわね。
We'll just build a new one.
おーい、あかねちん。あ、レーナ先輩。
She just comes running toward us with a humongous dust cloud behind her.
I imagine it's like the Flash. Like, she arrives to us and then the wind from her travel hits us.
I mean, with her hair, that makes perfect sense. We spotted a familiar girl in the track club. If we were going to avoid interrupting their practice, we failed. Oh. Or we just went into the concert hall. This was probably the best spot for it. This area was usually deserted over vacations, save for the occasional use by the Academy's musical groups.
音楽堂、久しぶりに来たわ。だね。改めて入ると変な感じ。なんかさ、音楽室とか特有の空気があるよね。
What else would it invoke? Or evoke? I mean, it is a music hall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the place where we summon Cthulhu.
Well, maybe with really bad music, I don't know.
Well, there is a really big organ, so...
反響が計算して作られてるからな。空気の反響とかも他とは違ってて、それが違和感なんだろ。へえ。お姉様、せっかくですから一曲お願いできますかしら。急に言われると困っちゃうわね。
No, my request is for her to play the same song.
Alright, same song.
どんな曲がいいかしら。なんでも。だからそれが一番困るんだったら、そうね。
Sylvie took a seat at the piano. With a troubled smile, she placed her fingers against the keys.
おお。
But the instant she began to play, she transformed into the world's most exceptional pianist. Of course, this was a common sight for us. But Reina and Jogasaki, who had very little exposure, were overwhelmed.
Stay whelmed. Oh yeah, you haven't had a chance to see much of pianist, Sylvie, have you?
ああ、これで2回目。
That's not the same tune at all.
Yeah.
She seemed pleased based on the way her eyes popped open. What? They're not open. I wonder how Sylvie's song came across to someone with perfect pitch. I was curious, but this was a rare performance. Better keep quiet. Okay.
Alright, that's a weird note to leave on.
Yeah, for real. The sun had finally set. Our group eventually split up and to resume our regular routine. When?
市松さん、クルス・クラウンさん。なに？
An unexpected character called to us. It didn't seem like something she wanted the others to hear, so we put some distance between us.
本来あなたたちにこんなことを頼むのはどうかと思う。
Well, if you have to preface it like that, maybe you shouldn't.
Look, you can't watch.
Okay, that was good.
というか、個人的に頼りたくないんだけど。
She was asking a favor of someone. Me, for that matter? This was one hell of an incident.
何でも言って。お友達の頼みならできる限り力になるわ。
Yeah, if it's a favor for a friend, Sylvie will help in any way she can.
Yes.
Jogasaki looked a bit hesitant after being so casually lumped in as a friend. And what she had to say was a scandal for certain.
マリア・ビショップを
Going to quit?
Oh yeah, I forgot that we as the audience figured it out, but yeah.
ええ。
My mind went blank. Sylvia and I were nothing short of flabbergasted.
そう。
But after some time passed, she nodded her head as if she had come to some understanding.
あなたたちからも言ってあげてくれない？マリア・ビショップが今日本で、世界でどれだけ大きな名前になっているか。あの子のわがままはいつものこととして、やめるというのはさすがに話が違ってくるわ。
No, you don't understand. This isn't a whim. She has had this planned. Jogasaki shrugged with exasperation.
It was you and Ryozoji that connected Maria to the TV station, right?
ええ。スター、マリア・ビショップは私が作った。なんていうのはさすがに傲慢だけれど、今の知名度への貢献は大きいと自負していますわ。
You're welcome. Well, I was sure Maria built herself up from obscurity to fiery popularity, but they likely had a hand in fanning those flames.
マリア・ビショップの最初のファンは綾香なのかもしれないわね。ファンなんてチープな言い方やめてくださる？私はあくまでビジネスとして彼女を仕立てただけ。そしてせっかく仕上げた商品がこれからという時に急に引退なんてされては困るんです。
I'm not so sure about that phrasing.
Jogasaki turned away.
No, you, me.
Well, that was enough about Jogasaki for now.
私たちにやめるというのを撤回するよう説得してほしいと。ありていに言えば。
I really wanted to know why Rhea was considering an early retirement. And it would obviously bother me to no end if the Maria Bishop called it quits now. But...
ごめんなさい、綾香。私は力になれないわ。相馬くんが自分で決めたことだもの。私はそちらを支持するわ。マリア・ビショップの声が聞けなくなるのは寂しいけれどね。
Well, you will. It'll just be making sarcastic comments.
もしかしたら続けたくても続けられない状況なのかもしれないし。
Huh?
なんでもない。
No, you've got to explain it to us, please.
No, you actually have to explain that, because that's now making me think that I was right.
I don't know.
とにかくそういうわけよ。悪いわね、彩香。
Hey, don't you a princess.
シルビー様、迎えの車が参りました。
それじゃあ、オーラ、彩香。
Yeah.
Sylvie headed back to her estate. Guess there was no chance we could hang out until nighttime today. Ah, well, not much I could do about that. More importantly...
Rhea!
You know, I was expecting banging on the door, but this makes sense.
どうした？
Rhea! You're here? Well, yeah, it's the evening you would be. The player's guide does say random encounters happen most frequently on the roof at night.
Wait a minute, there's a player's guide for this game? This is news to me.
そうか。その攻略本よこせ。人権侵害で訴える。
Are you for real? Are you?
俺はリアであってマジなんて名前じゃないけど。
And the award for dad jokes goes to...
I heard Maria Bishop's retiring.
ああ。
The way she shrugged was like, you heard?
Are you for real? Seriously?
いや、落ち着け。
Rhea shook her head and clenched my shoulders as I wobbled.
今すぐってわけじゃねえから、ゆっくりドロップアウトって感じ。
But why are you dropping off?
I didn't get why she was quitting. Sylvie did seem to know something, though.
Is something up? Like it's some mysterious organization after your life and they ordered you not to sing or something?
ねえよ。真っ先に思いつく理由がそれかよ。
Well, it was that or a sea witch.
Then why?
もう潮時なの。
Huh?
Rhea frowned, looking like she didn't want to say. Ordinarily, I'd probably go, I see, and be done with it, but I couldn't back down so easily today. I was a serious fan, after all. I wanted to hear the reason, at least. I kept badgering her, and...
俺は別に、もともとマリア・ビショップなんて妙な職業をやる気じゃなかったんだよ。
Huh?
絶対音感があるから、音楽系の何かをやりたいと思って。作曲して、楽器はいじれなかったから下つけて歌にして。んで、彩香に録音頼んで。したらあいつが勝手にネットに上げやがったの。そっからはもう、自分でも歯止めが効かない感じで、マリア・ビショップって名前がでかくなっていって。でもおかげで、そっちの評価でこのノーブル学園に入学できた。おかげで、シルビーやお前と再会できた。これ以上は何も望まない。って思ったら、もう続ける意味ないと思ったの。
So, wait, what was the game plan after you got to this point then?
Alright, that's a good question, actually.
Alright, I am
Well,
in my
how much
early
mo-
20s.
How much money did she make being Maria Bishop? Because it's implied that she is like the top idol. Like each appearance would probably make a ton of money.
I suppose that's true, but you've also got to take into consideration how much of that is taken out by her manager, how much by the TV station.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of cases, the actual artist doesn't receive that much revenue from their work.
That's true, but I'd imagine like it being Jogasaki, that Jogasaki would have had a much better deal for her, like split-wise, than you normally get.
Maybe. I don't honestly know, or maybe it's really not even about the money.
Well, I imagine she's probably fine for the rest of her life if she, like, just wasn't touching the money. And I don't think she is. Like, all she buys is cigarettes.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know, maybe she was just gonna stay in her room under her heat lamp.
You know what? Maybe.
I can respect that. She told me that as calmly and bluntly as possible. She had calmly identified the reason she would quit. It sounded like Ria had given the idea a lot of thought, and she had come to that decision.
Damn it.
In which case, there was nothing I could say. It was seriously disappointing. But if this was the conclusion she came to, then, as her friend, I should support her.
わかったか?
I do. I got it, but can't accept it. I don't want you to quit from the bottom of my heart, and I'm also a fan who believes it's totally realistic you could make a comeback.
あ、そう。
I wouldn't accept her retirement, nor would I stand in her way. The middle-of-the-road approach ought to suffice. I shrugged my shoulders.
心配すんな。ちょっとずつ仕事の量を減らしてくけど、今すぐすっぱりってわけじゃない。彩香がうるせえし。
Yeah, she always is, though.
Are you genuinely sure?
敬語やめろ、キモい。
I'm a fan, I can't help it.
ちょっとずつフェードアウトするつもりだから、俺が辞めるつもりってこと知ってるファンはお前だけ。
Well, and Sylvie.
マリア・ビショップのラストを悲しめるファンは、世界でお前だけだな。
And Sylvie.
You know, it's kind of an honor when you put it that way.
だろ?
If at all possible, I wish you'd put on that long black wig and tell me you're the only one.
Oh, okay.
今キモいこと言わなきゃやってやったのに。
Nope.
No, I couldn't.
よっと。
Oh, wait, does she have it? Ria went up onto the water tank. I really thought she was going to have the wig with her for a second. We were alone for the first time in ages. And we watched the setting sun.
Today 今日も綺麗だな。
Yeah.
今のマリアがこれなんだよ。
A lake?
今が一番輝いてる時。ゴールデンタイムで。
Oh, that makes more sense.
でもきっと、くれちゃう寸前なんだ。なら暮れ切る前に姿を消したい。最後までカッコつけてたい。
Okay, that is understandable, I suppose.
Yeah, I actually get that a lot. Like, I understand that. Because so many musicians or athletes, they stay in the game until you look at them and you realize, like, man, you're way past your prime.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
俺、間違ってる?
Beats me.
Loveriche!
Even the next day, the news about Ria, or rather, Maria, still had me depressed.
So, you know this song is called Morning Dew.
Yes.
I read it as Mountain Dew. Because I guess my brain is just like that right now.
Alright then. Aww. If it was going to be this way, then I would have been better off not knowing. I know Maria didn't get much photographic exposure, and I probably would have accepted her simply fading out of the scene. I don't believe that for 1 second.
Nope, not at all.
Damn you, Jogasaki! This was uncalled for. By the way, as for Ria and Jogasaki,
ほら早く無理言って場所取ってもらったんだから。今日やる気しねえ。明日でよくね。さっさと来る。
Where are you headed?
最近歌ってないから喉鳴らしにスタジオ。
Can I come?
Like a music studio?
別にカラオケボックスでいいと思うんだけど。ダメ。秘密が漏れたら大変だわ。はいはい。
They were gonna use a whole studio for some basic vocal warm-ups? Wow, pros were something else. Actually, that much would be child's play for Maria Bishop.
That's just how big of a name she is. Maria is the diva of the modern era, after all.
Who are we talking to?
That plant.
Hello, plant.
Maria's so awesome.
何誰もいないテラスでニヤニヤしてるの？
I was just talking to my good friend Plant.
Chan. Sorry.
I couldn't shake my fanboy nature. With that, the two of us stood in the foyer when...
あら、お二人ともちょうどよろしいところに。
No, no studying today. Thank you. Goodbye.
No, we're good. We were just heading out.
何？これから寮の大掃除をしますわよ。手伝ってくださいな。
Oh, that's worse. Or is it? I don't know.
You know, actually, I'm really good at getting out of that. Huh?
危険な波動探知脱出。キャッチです。
Uh,
何あかねちん。
Traitor!
ダメですよ、レイナ先輩。各自、自分の部屋は年末までに掃除のことって寮の目標にあるじゃないですか。
Oh no, is it finally the demise of the box pile?
Dorm objectives.
毎週あるの。一日一膳とかゴミを拾いましょうとかそんな感じ。
This is
You
the
know,
first
I'll be
work-
honest, I haven't looked at a single side quest.
I was about to make that joke too.
It's usually super ambiguous stuff, but sometimes super ambitious tasks get added when extended vacations, athletics, festivals, or the like come around.
Probably like the class objectives we had in elementary school.
大掃除。年の暮れに自身の身の回りを一度完璧に整理し、清掃整頓する。
I'm already partially packed.
日本には良い風習がありますこと。日本人はやや堅苦しいと思うことも多いけれど、それゆえのこうした風習はとてもよろしくてよ。いいですよね、大掃除。さっぱりして。
All of our first years are such good girls.
あたしらにはついていけんよ。
These major cleanups were a pain, plain and simple.
ついてこられなくて結構。ちゃんとできるまで私がお尻をひったたいて差し上げますので。
Wait, but we're not on that route.
ほら、始めますわよ、二人とも。
Oh, I don't know what the sound is.
Oh,
That dog man.
シェシェシェシェ。
The contrast.
せっせせっせ。
And then it gets over to Reina just...
the first years really do work hard, don't they?
これからのこの寮は若い子たちに率いてもらってほしいね。あなたたちも働きなさい。はーい。
We couldn't slack off after seeing how hard everyone else was working. Oh boy.
うーわー、雑巾無理。
Ooh, shoving your hands into water this time of year is a mild form of torture.
さむむむむむむむさむむむむむ。大丈夫です先輩。心が燃えてれば指先の冷えくらい平気ですよ。
Oh, Akane.
もうちょっと説得力のある理屈をプリーズだよ、あかねちん。
These two were the same as ever.
You look like you're having fun cleaning, Mina-chan.
そうですかしら。掃除は嫌いではありませんわ。自身を周りを清潔にする人として最も正しい行いであるように思います。
Wow, what a good girl. She happily cleaned and dusted the windows.
ガチのメイドがいる。
Mina-chan was very princess-like in a much different sense from Sylvie, yet not at the same time.
ゲロ、死語が多いですわ。
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was the external voice this time.
Right, right.
When I saw her working so diligently, I just had to follow her lead. May as well put in some effort.
よろしい。頑張ったら夜はご褒美を差し上げますわよ。
What now?
Huh?
Is it time with Sylvie? A reward. It wasn't like the promise of a reward had sold me on it, but after spending the rest of the day cleaning...
あらー。
Hey, I was right.
Sylvie, why?
Mina-chan had asked me to clear my schedule that evening, and I was greeted with a pleasant surprise. Right, because we had so much going on our schedule. Sylvie came along and was rocking side to side in her limousine.
今日は忙しいから諦めていたけれど。ありがとう、みな。お構いなく。私はいつでもお姉様の味方ですもの。知ってる？
A totally high-strung Sylvie and a proud Mina-chan. Apparently, Mina-chan had arranged everything.
ほらほら、お乗りなさいな。時間がありませんわ。
Where are we going? Clap, clap, clap.
Sure?
I was shoved into the limousine!
今日はね、この後各国の大使を招いて忘年会のようなことをするの。
Please tell me that we at least got the forewarning to be dressed for this.
私はホストだから、さすがに無関係のオールを招くと、いろいろ勘ぐられるってエルに言われてたんだけど。私がゲストとして参加しますの。名義は適当に。で、ゲストが参加するということは、一人なら誰であってもパートナーを連れ込んでいいということ。あなたにして差し上げましたわ。
How about that?
もう、この妹は。
I guess that's her equivalent of, ooh, that dog of mine.
お姉ちゃんを喜ばせてくれちゃうんだから。スリスリスリスリスリ。
Yep.
もう、お姉様。
Mina-chan looked a little embarrassed, yet delighted that Sylvie was bursting with happiness. This girl really did love her sister. She noticed my gaze and returned to her usual self.
無論、これはお姉様へのプレゼントだけではございません。ゲロ、あなたの審査も兼ねていますわ。
Examination?
あなたにはもう2ヶ月にわたって、上流階級で通用する作法を叩き込んできました。
Literally.
Metaphorically, but also more literally.
Yeah. You've literally beaten it into me. Yeah.
今日はそれをすべて見せていただきますわ。ただの下郎で住んでいた今日までならともかく、お姉様のパートナーを名乗る以上、最低限、私のメガネにかなう程度の振る舞いはしていただきます。
May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat, sir?
よろしくて。
Yes.
大丈夫よ。オーロはどこに出しても恥ずかしくない紳士だわ。
The defective throne from the last episode says otherwise. Sylvie was carefree, but this was a ton of pressure. Perhaps I wasn't as lucky as I first thought.
All right.
Yeah, this is probably...
Well, I think this is a good place to stop.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Next time we get examined.
Yep, examined. Examined?
Are we actually gonna get choices, or are we just, like, gonna succeed?
I don't think we're going to get choices pragmatically, or if any choices we do get, I kind of feel like are probably going to be vanity choices. Kind of like a lot of the previous choices we've had.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I don't really think there's a fail state once you're actually down these routes. I could be wrong, but...
Well, yeah, that's true.
So it's going to be a very interesting episode next time, and we hope you all enjoy it. But for now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.